Okay. Mimi naitwa Shehzada Walli, ni mwanachama wa TLS kuanzia mwaka 2010, June 24th, 2010, na ninagombea nafasi ya president au ya Urais wa Tanganyika Law Society. To be able to build and to meet the vision that I've created for the society, one of the things that is very important is to create and harness a united society. Basically, to mean kwamba kujenga mshikamano na umoja. Sisi kama wakili, tuna senior lawyers, tuna junior lawyers, lakini over the period of these 10 years, mimi nimeona kwamba kuna gap. Na hiyo gap inabidi ipungue. Na how can we all come together and be one society? One of the things that I have looked into is kuanzisha a mentorship program ambayo itafanya every new admitted advocate atapata chance ya kuwa mentored by a senior advocate. Na hiyo itasaidia for the senior advocate to be able to share the knowledge and the wisdom that he or she has carried for many years and share it with the junior advocate so that we are all in line with what the society is like and what our legal profession expects of us in Tanzania. The second thing ni during AGMs na half AGMs, inabidi tuwe focused on networking sessions na discussions on various topics. Tujumuike wote, tuweke topics ambazo zinaweza zikasaidia society, nchi yetu, serikali, so that we are all participating in improving each other, the laws, and of course heading towards development. Lakini it has to be together. Tusiseme kwamba young lawyers wakutane tofauti, top law firms watakutana tofauti, senior lawyers watakutana tofauti. No, we need to formulate group sessions and focused group sessions to discuss these things and to learn from each other. Wakili House iwe utilized to the full maximum. Inabidi tuwe na events, seminars, forums, networking sessions, trainings zifanyike kule ili tuwe tunajumuika kwa sote. Cha pili ni basically kuheshimu utawala wa sheria or to uphold the rule of law in the country. In 1974 kiliundwa Law Reform Commission. Hiyo commission, the main aim ilikuwa ni kureview sheria na kuboresha sheria. Sisi mawakili, we have to be participating in that process. Na we can only do that if the executive na legislature watu invite na wakae chini na sisi na tufanye consultation meetings on whether this law, is it good? How can we improve it? Haimaanishi kwamba tuzikosoe, lakini tuziimprove. Baba wa taifa, Julius Kambarage Nyerere, the late, amewahi kusema kwamba every leader, a good leader is a leader who acknowledges his weaknesses. So once he acknowledges his weaknesses, he will find areas of improvement. As TLS, we also need to be that leader. And we need to see how we can improve. So one of the things ningependa sana kufanya ni kukaa chini na Attorney General na lawmaking bodies ili tuweze kufanya hizo consultation meetings na kuweza kuboresha au kutengeneza sheria ambazo zitakuja ku benefit the society, the country, the government in its development. The third thing ambayo I have looked into and I have seen that needs to be improved ni chapters. Sisi tuna chapters around Tanzania. but I feel kwamba they are unappreciated, or they are not being sort of being involved in our activities. Sisi Tanzania tuna land, tuna resources, na naamini kwamba for each chapter or for each region tukifanikiwa ku build training centers where these lawyers or these chapters, lawyers in that chapter, they can go, and that is where we can have our trainings. But also, not that, pia kwa provide vitu kama laptops, projectors, internet service, ili kwa mfano tunafanya training WAKILI House, iwe broadcasted on that chapter so that everybody can be included. And that is what we mean by a member-centric society. Kwamba no matter where the training is taking place, everyone in Tanzania, every lawyer, every advocate has access to that training. Whether it's online, on their phones, on their iPads, on their laptop, we need to be moving fast and we need to be progressive. Pia nimeona kwamba kuna changamoto kubwa kwenye hizi payments za subscription fees, CLEs, lakini hatuwezi kuzitatua hizo problems because society is dependent on these subscription fees na hizi CLEs. Pia we are dependent on donor funds, sponsorships, na hizi publications sometimes. What we need to do is we need to create more investment opportunities ambazo tuweze ku create at least 3 to 4 streams of income, from where now we start relieving the burden on the advocate. There is no need for an advocate to, or we should not leave a room for an advocate to not be able to pay practicing certificate. Hiyo ni aibu, to be very honest. So how can we allow, or how can we let down our member? Our member should be in a position to pay practicing certificate. To be able to do that, we as TLS need to come up with more income streams so that we are not dependent on that subscription fee or that CLE fee. This should be complementary or reduced. Also, kuna kitu ambacho kinanigusa mimi sana, na naona vijana when they are graduating, they are not being able to sustain themselves. Au wanapata kazi au hawapati kazi, au unamkuta mtu ni intern for 2 years. Sisi studying for the past 10 years, tumekuwa tuna internship program every 3 months. And I see these people, and sometimes you cannot hire everyone. So one of the focuses that my presidency wants to put on is to re-establish our position as a noble profession and improve the quality of lives of our members. Basically, sisi tunajiita as a noble profession, and that means tunatakiwa tuwe in one of the highly paid professions in Tanzania. But as we are going, we are now somewhere in the middle or very low. Take an example. Mtu akigraduate from medical school, anakuwa daktari, starting package ni 1.5 million shillings. Lakini mtu ambaye graduate as a lawyer or an advocate, anaapishwa, starting package inaweza ikawa 500,000. Na hiyo ni if amepata kazi. Akiwa ni intern anapewa stipend ya 50,000 kwa wiki au 100,000 kwa wiki, which is something we need to change. Almost many or 50% of our lawyers wanaishi below the poverty line income, which is Tanzania shillings 2.5 million shillings. Now, to change that, these are my few proposals that I wish to bring on. Advocates' remunerations, Sharia, has to be governed and well monitored. We have everything in that law, but is it being followed? Pia tuweze kutoa mikopo midogo, meaning soft loans, to these advocates who need assistance. And also, obviously, keep a way or a manner in which we can hold them accountable. Kwamba kama ameshindwa kulipa fees, ameshindwa kulipa CLEs. How are we assisting these advocates? And how are we holding them accountable after that? But not simply just cancel the practicing certificate without even understanding kwamba huyu mtu ana position gani. Maybe he cannot afford. So let us try and help our members, especially those who are not in a good state ya kulipa hizi ada. Pia nimeona kwamba law firms nyingi either zinafungwa au zinashindwa kuendelea kwa sababu ya financial position. Inabidi tuongee na different banks na tuandae mikakati ya kuwawezesha waweze kupata mikopo, empowering these law firms waweze kupata some finance ili waweze kucompete na other law firms au kumeet their basic needs, kwa mfano salary na rent, or even to go an extent to see how we can assist these law firms to get a better place for them to rent, and how to assist them with their law firm management. Pia inabidi tuwe na emergency fund ambayo inaweza ikaja ikawasaidia advocates kwenye matatizo kama ya COVID and any other problems. Tumeona kwamba COVID imetusumbua sana, lakini I'm sure in life every 5, 10, 20, 30 years there is something new inatokea. Those funds should be there to assist our members. That is their contribution. Let us see how we can utilize them best for when they may need it. Here, we have to create more awareness to the public. Kwamba consultation fees is important to a lawyer. A lot of lawyers are working either for free or for very minimum consultation fees. Tukienda hospitali, daktari hawezi kukuona kabla ya kuchukua consultation fee. The same has to be for lawyers. In the past, 20, 30 years ago, every lawyer was receiving that. Lakini these days, tunaweza tukaona unaweza kukaa na client for maybe 2-3 hours, lakini there's no fee being paid. And then negotiation begins. The public needs to be made aware that if you're meeting a lawyer, this will be the consultation fee, and that is a campaign that the lawyers need to do, and the Tanganyika Law Society has to front that campaign so that law firms and lawyers can make the money they deserve to make. We are selling time, we need to be paid for that time, and it is upon the society to make sure that that is happening. Here, we need to conduct more trainings on bill of costs and executions. A lot of times, lawyers are winning cases, and lawyers are making progress in their cases. Lakini unakuta kwa sababu hana knowledge au hajui jinsi ya kuistructure ile bill of costs au ile execution, unakuta either mahakama is not ordering or yeye mwenyewe ana fail kupata kile ambacho ana deserve. Lakini pia kwa mfano things like maintaining invoices, maintaining EFD receipts, all these are trainings related to bill of costs which lawyers need to get ili after they have completed their cases they can claim their money or get the client's money reimbursed. So these are the things I wish to see how they can be implemented to be able to assist lawyers. Because that is one thing I believe the society needs to do. We need to protect our lawyers. We need to make sure that the lawyers are well respected and are being paid for what they are selling, which is time and their knowledge. One of the recommendations I want to put up to the Governing Council once elected is to form a women lawyers committee which will be focused on empowering and building confidence of the women. Over the period of 10 years, I have noticed that women actually make excellent attorneys. They are so focused, they have attention to detail, they work very hard, they manage home and workplaces. Na pia, they know how to multitask. But the challenge is that a lot of women need that extra push. The committee obviously needs to be formed of both men and women and of different genders so that it can sit together and see where are the challenges. How can we empower the women in our society? We need them. We need them to progress, and we need them to have a platform where they can build their confidence and be able to support them. Also, another committee that needs to be formed is a monitoring and evaluation committee. We need that committee, and it has to be different from an audit committee. This committee ya monitoring and evaluation inabidi ifuatilie every event, every training, every forum, every project that TLS is implementing. It has to basically check whether TLS is giving the right level of service to its members. TLS will not be able to improve, will not be able to make progress if there is no committee that is constantly checking the level of service. Service is very important. And as TLS, we need that committee to be able to tell us whether we are serving them well or we need to improve. Au kama kuna project ambayo imekuwa invested na kuna resources nyingi imeingizwa na haiendi vizuri, basi tuisimamishe, let us focus on projects that can do well. But why stick to those projects for 2 years, 3 years? Let us make quick changes. We have to be quick. Finally, something that I'm also very passionate about na ningependa sana TLS iweze kutekeleza ni importance in information technology and basically the use of softwares. For the past 3 years, tumeona kwamba globally kuna a lot of discussions on artificial intelligence wanting to take over the job of a lawyer. As you know, artificial intelligence has taken over many jobs, but now they're also coming for our jobs. Now, I've not seen TLS being a front runner in training, enlightening, na kuwafungua mawakili kuhusu dangers na threats za artificial intelligence. This thing is coming in the next 2, 3, 5 years. Artificial intelligence will be here. And people will start using AI instead of maybe consulting a lawyer or to draft a contract. So how is it going to impact us? That is something that we need to take seriously. But also, only 3 to 5% of law firms wanatumia softwares kuweza kuboresha law firm yao. Law firm management softwares, accounting softwares, you know. Kuweza kufanya hivyo, few recommendations that I have that I believe if given the chance and the opportunity, I would like to work on them and give them importance. Number one, we should have a TLS app. These days, everything is happening on the phone, on tablets, and so we need to have access to information, to data, and also to be able to communicate with the public and within the society through an app. We have to stop using Telegram and WhatsApp. We need to come to our own app and find a way how we can communicate and we can share information through the app. Number two is a fully operational eLibrary which is online. Mawakili tunapata shida sana kwa sababu hatuna the right information or a proper data center where we can go and get laws, where we can go and get books, where we can go and get something that can help us. It is very important to pate an e-library or an online library which will help us whether we are sitting somewhere in Sumbawanga or somewhere in Arusha or even in Dar es Salaam. We just need to go online and go through them. This could also be a source of income. If anybody else wants to access that and is not a member of the Tanganyika Law Society, we can charge them fees. We can put minimum subscription for people who want to access the library. So these are sources of revenue that we can create through information technology, creativity and innovation. The other thing that I think is very important is to have a uniform software, one which is cost effective na ambayo inaweza ikatumika na all the law firms. Sio lazima kwamba law firm iende ikaprocure software yake. Tanzania tuna experts wa ICT and na kuna vijana ambao wana a lot of talent who develop these softwares, we can always approach them. We can approach the Ministry of Information Technology and Communications. Kuomba, we need a software which will be a uniform software for all the law firms to manage. And that software can assist law firms, even whether it's a small, medium, or a big law firm, kuweza kumanage law firm yao, which can have things like case mapping, record keeping, data collection, research, storage, and that way we also can progress and keep up with technology. Lastly, ni muhimu sana kwamba tutoe trainings, of course, on artificial intelligence, technology law, intellectual property law, online mediation arbitration. As you can see, sasa hivi vitu vyote vinafanyika online, lakini hatuna training ya how to conduct online mediations or arbitrations. Data protection, which is very important, data ya client, data ya law firm, na other aspects of the technology law. But in short, we need to keep up with time. And I think with my current experience, with my age, with my relationships that I've forged with people, I believe I'm in a good position to be able to push our society to be member-centric and progressive, but at the same time build a healthy and strong relationship with the arms of government, such as executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. So those are in brief, but I will release my manifesto so that people can read it and understand it, and I'm always open and ready to answer any questions on how this can be possible. But I think we need to vote for a one society, and to make that happen, I am only praying for you as a society to give me your votes so that I can serve you. I do not want to serve you or call myself the president. I want to be a servant leader. I want to serve you, and I want to make sure that we help each other to grow and to build our society and to make it one that everyone will be proud of. Thank you very much, na asante sana.
Kwa elimu hizi na mengine mengi, usisahau kutembelea katika kurasa zetu za Facebook, Twitter, Instagram pamoja na YouTube channel. Wakili TV, kitovu cha